What up, guys? In this video, I want to talk to you about Shedeur versus the Big 12 quarterbacks right after my intro.
BWB, bandwagon bust.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Welcome back. The new faces are coming in. Shedeur obviously is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in college football, not just the Big 12, but in all of college football. We already know that he's good, but we saw glimpses of greatness in 2023, and we know that he's going to be doing his thing in 2024, but he's got to get past these Big 12 quarterbacks, and they're not going to be laying down for no Shedeur Sanders. You understand what I'm saying? I was just looking at the quarterbacks. I was like, you know what? This might be a good video. Let me share this with the people. And why not? This is a little fun little video. Let's get into it. So obviously, we're going to be comparing these quarterbacks to Shedeur Sanders. So why not just get him out the way? You understand what I'm saying? Coming into the Big 12, he is ranked number 9. Y'all should know, if you call yourself a Buff fan, you should already know Shedeur Sanders' numbers. But just in case you've been living on a rock and just coming into understanding Colorado football, and this is your first video, here's our quarterback, the model, the Louis boy, modeling for Louis Vuitton. It obviously made sense, right? It made a lot of sense. I'm going to be talking about that on the show on Friday. So I hope you tune in, because a lot of people are mad that the Louis boy actually gets to model for the Louis company. I don't understand. I thought it was a good narrative. It made sense. The Louis boy actually modeling for Louis. Duh. Shedeur Sanders, he's a junior, 6'2", 215 pounds, okay? All right, so these are the numbers that you want to think about when we're comparing the other quarterbacks in the Big 12. 3,230 yards, 27 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Let that sink in. That's the narrative that I'm going to be building this on, okay? Only 3 interceptions. His QBR is 63.1. It should have been a lot more if he wasn't getting sacked so many times. If we took a look at the sacks numbers here, my goodness, mine is 34.4. I think overall he got sacked like 56 times. Obviously, there are teams that we're not going to play, but I just want you to see the list in general. These are the quarterbacks in the Big 12, and if Shedeur is going to win the Big 12, it doesn't matter if we play these teams or not. These teams are in the Big 12, and he has to contend with these quarterbacks. The numbers that you're looking at currently are going to be the 2023 production numbers. Now, there are going to be some narratives as I go through these. Obviously, people are going to have their own narrative. Shedeur did not have the best O-line, but regardless of all of that, these other teams can say, well, we didn't have this and we didn't have that, so no excuses. Your numbers are your numbers. You earn it. It is what it is. So maybe that's what it is. These are just specifically numbers. We know that Shedeur is way better than half of these quarterbacks, if not all of these quarterbacks. We got to throw him into the general conversation when it comes to quarterbacks in college football. Let me put our schedule on the screen so that you can see all of the teams that we're going to be playing, and then we'll go from top to bottom on the teams that we're playing. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see the transfer portal team rankings. We are number 2. This was done maybe a couple of weeks back, so I'm sure the numbers have changed, but we are still at the top of that transfer portal. On the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see our schedule. I was told by my guy, Phil So Real, that these are not the specific orders that we're going to be playing these teams, but for the purpose of this video, let's just pretend it's going to be in this specific order, and I will give you the quarterbacks and their numbers in this specific order. Let's go. Obviously, North Dakota State is not Big 12. North Dakota State is a member of the Summit League and Missouri Valley Football Conference with an affiliate member in the Big 12 Conference for wrestling. They have an affiliate membership for Big 12 wrestling, but not for football. I'm going to give you their quarterback anyways, because we got to face them, obviously, right? I don't want to leave them out. So let's go ahead and look at their quarterback. All right, guys. So North Dakota State's quarterback is Kim Miller, guys. He weighs 213 pounds. He's a senior. He is 6'1". All right, if anybody's familiar with North Dakota State, if this is not their quarterback, you guys let me know. But according to my information and my research, that's the guy for North Dakota State. All right, so here are his numbers. According to ESPN, his 2023 stats are 2,687 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So we're going to be facing them. I hear that they win that national championship in their division almost every year. So imagine that, right? Even though they are not FBS, they're not a pushover team. This is somebody we're going to have to contend with. But anyways, that is North Dakota State. Even though they're not Big 12 for football, they are Big 12 for wrestling. We're moving on to our next guy. All right, guys, so I interrupt this Big 12 quarterback ratings or quarterback rankings video to bring you another addition to the Buffs DB room. Let's get into it. Idaho State's Herman Smith III transfers to Colorado. Former JSU Tiger heads to Boulder for a second stint with Coach Prime. Herman Smith made it official and announced he will be Boulder bound next season. The former Idaho State defensive back joins Deion Sanders and his staff after being together at Jackson State 2 years ago. He becomes the 23rd player coming to CU via the transfer portal. The 6-foot, 200-pound safety was an original 3-star recruit from San Diego's Lincoln High School in the 2021 class. Smith decided to commit to JSU over 12 Power 5 schools. He racked up 30 tackles, 2 PDUs, a sack, an INT in 13 games over the past 2 years. Another athlete with a two-way background, excelling at wide receiver and defensive back. He's reunited in the secondary with Cameron Silman Craig, Shiloh Sanders, and Travis Hunter. Those guys are my brothers, Smith said. We encourage each other and we build on one another, but I just got to keep my A game strong at every moment. Smith would have a change of scenery coming from Idaho State. He was coached by former Colorado standout Cody Hawkins, who left Boulder as the all-time leading passer before Cephalophae shattered a majority of his records. However, he's back with a familiar cast and staff who are ready to hit the ground running. It's definitely going to be a shift in gears, but I'm ready to compete, Smith said. I'm glad to be back with some of my former coaches and teammates. I'm just ready to show up and show out and prove a lot of people wrong. Smith becomes the 30th player to commit to Colorado's 2024 combined class, which is ranked 21st overall according to 247 Sports. He's the 13th addition to the Buffalo's defense on the books for next year. This article was written by Jeff Hauser. Salute to Jeff Hauser. All right, guys, that is our breaking news, guys. I am throwing it back to Harry B in the studio for us to go over those quarterbacks that we were just talking about before we had to break for this news. Harry B, now back to you. The next team that we play on your list right there on your right is Nebraska. Let's take a look at their quarterback. We obviously beat them in 2023, and word on the street is they got some guy named Ravioli, whatever his name is. He hasn't been installed yet because he's coming from high school. They got high praises for him. Is he going to start? Who knows? I don't care. Keep in mind, Nebraska is definitely not Big 12. Nebraska is Big 10, but let's look at their quarterback rating anyways, just for the sake of it, okay? I don't want to leave nobody out. I want you to see every quarterback that we are going to be facing in 2024. I want you to see their numbers, and I want you to see who we're going to be dealing with. Here is Nebraska's quarterback is Heinrich Haarberg. If you are a Nebraska fan and you're like, yo, that's not our starting quarterback, Harry B is tripping, do your research. Hey, listen. He's not Big 12, okay? I'm just trying to be nice. I'm looking at Big 12 quarterbacks. He's Big 10. Stop playing with me. Anyway, his production in 2023, 967 yards, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. His QB rating is 40. He's the 107th quarterback. You're like, Harry B, can we please get a Big 12 quarterback already? I'm coming, guys. Give me a second. All right, the next team that we play, guys, is going to be Colorado State. Colorado State is definitely not Big 12. Colorado State is in the Mountain West Conference. So their quarterback is Braden Fowler Nicolosi. He's 6'1", 205 pounds. Okay, he's a freshman. Wow, that kid was a freshman. His 2023 productions, 3,460 yards, 22 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. His QBR is 51.4. He is ranked 87th overall. Yo, that's a pretty good season. 3,460 yards. Yo, that is not bad at all. That's more yards than Shedeur got, that's for sure. Shedeur got, 3,200 yards? This kid got 3,460. That is a really good year for a quarterback. But anyways, 3 out of conference teams that we play. Can we please get to some Big 12 quarterbacks? Come on, Harry B, let's go. Finally, we get to the Big 12. We're going to be playing Arizona. Harry B, give us the Arizona quarterback's number. Let's go. Arizona's quarterback, we actually played him, guys. He did replace somebody who got hurt, but he was very effective in this year. He is a freshman. His name is Noah Fafita. He's 5'11", 194 pounds. Took his team to that bowl game and won, man. Listen, man, you know MLC, Montana Lamonius Craig. He played for him. That's right. The kid put up 2,869 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. His QB rating is 83.8. He is ranked number 1. I'll repeat that. He's ranked number 1 in the Big 12. You understand what I'm saying? Let that sink in. Number 1 quarterback in the Big 12 coming into the season. That's right. Put some respect on Noah Fafita's name, okay? The next team that we play is going to be Utah. Utah did give us that spanking, but it's going to be a new Shedeur coming in 2024. New Shedeur, new O-line. Let's see how they do against us. Anyway, who's their quarterback? Let's take a look at him. He's not ranked that high. He is ranked number 12 in the Big 12. His name is Bryson Barnes. He's a junior. He's 6'1", 209 pounds. What's his production in 2023? 2,572 yards, 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. His QBR is 47.8. Ranking is 91st. 91st overall. We play Baylor. Let's take a look at their quarterback. All right, in the Big 12, Baylor's quarterback is ranked number 16 overall. Blake Shapen. Blake Shapen is a junior. He is 6 feet tall, 205 pounds. 2023 production, 2,188 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. His QBR, 47.3, 92nd. The next team that we play is going to be none other than Oklahoma State. Let's look at OSU's quarterback. OSU's quarterback is ranked 8th in the Big 12. Looking at him right there on your screen, that's Alan Bowman. Alan Bowman is a senior. He's 6'4", 209 pounds. You can draw all your narratives now, guys. His production in 2023, 3,460 yards, 15 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 68.7 QBR, ranked 38th. All right, guys, so y'all let me know what type of narratives are you guys drawing. I don't know what type of narratives you can draw from these numbers, but 3,460 yards, only 15 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. You know, their O-line, who he has as wide receivers, why he got over 3,000 yards with only 15 touchdowns. Draw your narratives. Let me go to the next team. Kansas State, guys. Who's their quarterback? Kansas State's quarterback, Will Howard, is ranked 5th in the Big 12. Let's take a look at him. Buff Nation, bandwagon buffs, take a look at Will Howard. That's his face right there. He's a senior. He's 6'5", 242 pounds. Isn't that kind of big for a quarterback? What, you trying to play a linebacker? What's happening? What's happening, bro? What's happening? Oh, he's from the East Coast, too. Okay, he's from PA. That's what's up. What's happening? All right, so my East Coast brothers' production for 2023, 2,643 yards, 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 75.1 QBR, 22nd. What narratives are you guys drawing? Draw a narrative for me. What does this mean? What are you hearing? If you are a football enthusiast, what are you hearing? Even if you're not a football enthusiast, tell me what you're hearing. Tell me what you see when you see 2,643 yards, 24 touchdowns, especially those 10 interceptions. I really want to hear some of these narratives that you guys are drawing. Please, I want to hear them. I want to read them. Let's go to the next team. The next team that we're going to be playing is going to be the Cincinnati Bearcats. Let's look at Cincinnati's quarterback. Cincinnati's quarterback, Emory Jones, is ranked 11th in the Big 12 quarterback rankings. Emory Jones is sitting right there with the dreadlocks. Yes, sir. He's a senior, 6'3", 212 pounds. That's more like it for a quarterback. My goodness. Almost 300 pounds for a quarterback. What you trying to do? Trying to play sumo wrestling? Quarterback-ish type of thingy? Whatever. Emory Jones's production in 2023, 2,219 yards, 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. What is this interception thing you're doing in this Big 12? You're throwing a lot of interceptions, guys. I don't understand it, Big 12 guys. 57.9 QBR, 68th. They're throwing a lot of interceptions. That's one narrative I can draw. They are not as accurate as Shedeur Sanders. I can tell you that. All right, guys, we are almost done. We are now down to Kansas. So let's take a look at the Kansas quarterback. All right, guys, this may have been some type of misstep or some type of omission. I'm searching. I don't see Kansas Jayhawks on this list. So they did not put the Kansas Jayhawks quarterback on this list. And you guys let me know if you see it, but I do not see it here. They are Big 12. I have checked multiple times that they are still going to be Big 12. I don't know that they're going to be leaving the conference for any reason, but I do not see their quarterback here. I'm going to give you that information anyways. You guys let me know if I'm missing something. I obviously don't know Kansas that well, so if you are a Kansas fan, let me know if I'm missing something, but this is their quarterback that I found, Jason Bean. He's a senior, 6'3", 195 pounds. His production in 2023, 2,130 yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. His quarterback rating is 82.9, ranked 10th. You got to slow down and say that a little slower. Ranked 10th. The fact that he's not on the list, is he declaring for the NFL? Is that why he's not on this list? Somebody who knows, please let me know what the situation is, because according to this list, it says status is active. We got to move on though. Texas Tech is the next team that we play. According to ESPN's ranking of the Big 12 quarterbacks, Texas Tech's quarterback, Barron Morton, is ranked 15th in the conference. Let's take a look at him. Barron Morton is a sophomore. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. His production in 2020 2023, 1,754 yards, 15 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. QBR is 54.1, ranked 82nd. All right, Baron, good job, brother. Okay, so we're going to finish our season off with UCF, guys. UCF is our final game. Let's take a look at their quarterback that we're going to be having to face, okay? UCF's quarterback is John Reese Plumlee. I tried to Google it, but I didn't see any information whether he's related to the Plumlee brothers that are in the NBA. Is he related to Mason Plumlee? But whatever. Let's take a look at him. He is ranked number 3 in the Big 12 as far as quarterbacks is concerned. That's not bad at all, UCF. All right, so you're just going to be a Plumlee all by yourself. You're not related to Mason or anybody like that. John Reese Plumlee. He's senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Finally, John Reese Plumlee's stats for 2023, 2,271 yards, 15 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. QBR is 73.8, ranked 24th overall. I just want to know what narratives you guys are drawing from the quarterbacks that we're going to be facing. Looking at those numbers, seeing the faces that we're going to be facing, what narratives are you drawing? Obviously, this is a fun little video. I was doing some research. I was looking up some things to do another video, and I figured, let me show the constituents, let me show the fan base, let me show the BWBs, my bandwagon buffs, and all my people. Let me show them the QBs that we're going to be facing. So hopefully you learn something from this video. That's the block bully you're looking at. That's the block bully you're looking at. I hope he's a bully and he's ready to take on the Big 12. I feel like Shedeur is going to blow all those guys away, but I'm going to leave it right there. Okay.